Yes. Hey friends. Ah! If you can't tell, I sound a little bit sick. I hope you guys can hear me. The heater is blasting, so it's kind of loud. But it is that time of the year. I caught a cold, unfortunately. So we're gonna take a wellness rescue ginger shot. I don't know if these things work, but I do believe in the power of ginger. So, it kind of smells good. I mean, this has elderberry. I'm gonna try my best to talk as normal as possible today because I wanted to have a little chit chat, a little sit-sat or sat on the ground. I wanted to do a little prep for the new year. I've been wanting to do this, especially now as we are in the end of the year. It is December 13th. And I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page here thinking, how is it the end of 2023? It definitely was a fast year. However, personally for myself, I feel like it was also slow, or at least my life, the progression of my life this year. How can I say this? Like the plot, the chapter of 2023 was a small chapter. That's not a bad thing, but I guess in comparison to 2022, which was a big year of change for me, living abroad, doing my master's, traveling, this chapter was shorter. I really wanted to do some reflections today, some goal setting up myself for 2024. And yeah, I wanted you guys to be here along with me. We could do it together. That sounds like a good idea. We should do it together. So just a couple things on our agenda for today is I really want to journal. Here's my handy dandy journal. And there are some points that I want to write down in regards to reflecting on 2023. And so I want to start off with some positives of the year, and then not necessarily negatives. No negatives for us, okay? We're gonna say things that we would have liked to work on. I guess some challenges, we can call it challenges, okay? No negatives, challenges. And then also things that are out of our control, because I feel like that's a category all on its own. So what we're gonna get into. So I just want to share a little bit with you guys on some of the positives that I've had this year. And I think number one for me, which was such a milestone in my life, which was graduating in London and getting my master's degree. I studied in London at University College London. So I finished my studies in September of 2022, but we didn't actually have our graduation ceremony until July of this year. And so I was so lucky to go back, and I'm so happy that I did get to travel to London during the summer with my sister, and my cousins who live there got to attend my graduation, and it was such a lovely trip. I did do a vlog on that, obviously, so you can go watch that, shameless plug. It's such a big accomplishment in one's life, especially. I hold my education with pride in a sense that I really truly did study something that I enjoy and that I am passionate about. Studying abroad in London was such a dream of mine, and something that I have accomplished. And every time that I look back at what I did in London, living there, studying there, I only remember such a good time, and I only remember ever being happy. And so that was just a big positive of this year, was graduating and really putting that chapter of my life to a close. It was bittersweet because honestly, if I could be a student again, if someone was like, oh yeah, Noor, you're gonna go back to school like next week, I'd be like, okay. Like, I like being a student. And so entering life post-grad has been the biggest challenge of mine this year, but we're not gonna go into challenges yet. I think I just wanna share a couple more. So after London, I did get to travel to new places. So that's another positive of this year, was traveling. I got to go to Boston. I visited New York City and Washington, D.C. again. And so I'm happy I did get to explore new parts of those cities. And then went to Rhode Island, did a little road trip, another vlog. And so that was really fun. Spent time with friends, which goes into the third positive, which I really and intentionally focused on building more on connections, personal connections this year. So spending more time with friends, building and deepening our relationships. And I feel that I really did do that, no matter how busy I have felt this year, you know, now getting a 9-to-5, and prior to that having studied and being a full-time student. I really just made the time to see friends and spend time together, and I am so happy with my friendships, and I'm just so happy of the time that we share and the time we spend together, and just always talking and having good conversations with one another. I just always feel fun and relaxed, and I always enjoy myself and my friends, and I'm just always in great company, and I'm so grateful for that. So my friendships and my relationships are big positives of this year. And that also includes my family. They are my friends too. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Okay, I'm talking a lot with my hands. Anyways, one last positive that I want to mention is, despite having the challenge of trying to find a job that relates to my degrees and within my field, I did live out my barista dream this year. I was a barista for like 7 months. Okay, so that was a challenge and a positive, but now I'll just stick to being a barista in my own home, a barista for my friends and family. If you ever come over to my house, you best believe that I'll be your barista. So, or if I come over to your house, I will take over the kitchen, and if you got coffee supplies, I will make you a cup of coffee. Now, to go into some challenges that I just want to share, just a few, just a little bit. I think probably many of you already know my biggest challenge of this year: job searching, job hunting, and it is still ongoing. And it has been ongoing for over a year now. I started searching for jobs in May of 2022 when I was still writing my dissertation. So I didn't officially get awarded my degree until at the end of 2022. So let's just say it's been at a year of job searching. That has been my biggest challenge. That has been kind of even an insecurity of mine. I feel in a way sort of useless that I haven't used my degrees, that I'm really not getting paid my worth right now. I am not working in the field that I desire to be working in and to be doing work that is fulfilling to me, because I have never aspired to work, you know, corporate America 9-to-5 and just make a big paycheck. That's why I went to school to study environmental science and sustainable development, is because it's something that I am passionate about and something that I find fulfilling and something that I truly want to make an impact in the world. It just has been very disheartening, sad. It has made me sad that I have not been given the opportunity, and I really haven't been given the chance to have been given the opportunity to work in this field. So despite all of my networking and my job applications and my just all of this effort that has gone into it, and kind of still not seeing some sort of change or reward, has been very hard, and something that I really struggled with the first half of the year. Now that I do have, you know, more of a 9-to-5 stable sort of office job that is really just admin work, but does give me some sort of insight as to what a full-time job is going to look like. It does give me professional experience. I feel a little bit more uplifted, but once again, the goal here is to work in my field, and every single time that I submit an application and then get rejected, I'm like, this is the last time. I'm not doing this again. I just continuously, I still go for it. Call it toxic or call it determination. But yeah, that's where my head's been at with that one. First half of the year, I was roughing it out. I was crying on a weekly basis, sometimes on the daily, okay? But then I had my graduation in London, and that kind of lifted my spirits a little bit, got me back and grounded to my roots, got me back to my motivations, came back home. Still am applying, but that's okay. We're gonna apply until I get it, until I get it. Next on the agenda for prepping for 2024 with me is setting some goals and motivations. We are going to do the basic 2024 resolutions, but with a twist. And that twist is doing it on Notion. Although it's probably not a twist because it's a little bit of a basic B sort of thing for me to do. But I like it. I love Notion. I am definitely a Notion girly. I keep mine very simple, very basic, but I did look up a template specifically for goals and motivations, and I think it's so cute. I'm gonna share it in the link down below. I'm gonna go ahead and screen record here so you can see it with me. How do I screen record? It also has my favorite color scheme. It has some greenery in there, but then it also has the beiges, browns, tans. And then look at this, look at this. They have some drop downs for personal. You have a journal, morning routine. Morning routine is cute. Like, what? We're here for the goals and motivations, but this is a motivator. It's a motivator to work more on my Notion skills because I did not even know you could do this. I mean, this template really has it all. What do I want to do in 2024? What I want to work on? What are my motivations? What am I aspiring to be, and what am I hoping to grow in, and what am I hoping to do? Okay, anyways, I'm just kidding. One thing for me in 2024 is that I'm actually going to be starting off the year with a kick, because I have been training for a half marathon for the last couple of months, and the half marathon is, guess when? Guess when? January 14th, 2024. So we are really going to be starting off 2024 strong with a goal of mine that I have had on my bucket list for a while now. And I'm so excited for that. So we're really going to kickstart 2024 with a bang, with something new, something motivating, something that I've been working toward, making a big accomplishment right off the bat. I guess we could go ahead and say half marathon. I would love to write down to hopefully explore a new place, whether it be in the States, whether it be abroad, whether it be in my own state, my home state of California. So travel somewhere new. I do want to set another book goal, although I did not accomplish it this year. I don't even want to talk about how many books I read this year. We are going to say 24 books for, you guessed it, 2024. I would love to get back into playing piano. I played piano for 7 years. I self-taught myself at 10 years old and played really routinely up until I was 17 years old, and then I started college and I got busy with life. I would love to learn some new songs, get back into it. So yeah, play piano. I would love to just get in touch more with my artistic side. I have always loved to draw. I love to paint. You know, piano is one, being in touch with music. So get in touch with my artistic side. Okay, while the cameras were cut, I did add a couple of more things to my goals and motivations list. One was to journal and check in with myself more often. Another was to continue the growth of a healthy lifestyle. I feel that I have really improved and focused on my well-being this last half of the year through food, through exercise, through routine and productivity as well. And then also, and lastly, for the goals and motivations list of 2024 is make choices and do things that make me happy. I know that's all kind of broad, kind of general, but I really did want to set it that way intentionally besides the more intentional goal, because I feel that's just the way that helps my brain process things and my brain kind of outlook and set things forward for myself. Is I kind of have to look at a more broad goal, and then at a certain time and place, whether it be in my life, you know, a couple weeks, couple months from now, can I adjust it to my situation and what I'm going through? And so that way, when I look back at checking in with my goals and resolutions at the end of the year or mid-year, I don't feel upset with myself as if I hadn't achieved anything, but rather, you know, life, the ebbs and flows of life. It's constantly changing, you're constantly changing. So yeah, I like to leave some more general, more broad. But now we're going to vision board. Originally I was going to vision board, mood board, whatever you want to call it, on Canva, but this handy dandy template that I found on Notion has a vision board already. So we're gonna go with that. Let's head over to Pinterest. I like to use my vision board as source of inspiration. Obviously, some things are there because they are aesthetically pleasing, but also that speaks to me because I want to be aesthetically pleasing. So that is a vision of mine on my vision board, is aesthetics. I love fashion, I love food. I mean, is that gonna be on my vision board? Maybe, but I think also just colors and things that inspire me and things that I just genuinely think is pretty to look at and that inspire something in me, a thought, a motivation, a goal, an idea. So be it, we'll add it to the vision board. But that's what a vision board is, right? You know, if we were to Google vision board definition, a collage of images and words representing a person's wishes or goals intended to serve as inspiration or motivation. That's what we're here for. All right, so it's time for closet clean out. Honestly, this isn't really much of a big task for me because I'm pretty good with keeping my closet maintained, but I did want to tackle this before the end of the year and just feel kind of fresh and new going into the new year. Honestly, we're probably going to come out with just a couple of pieces to donate. I'm not really looking to sell anything, and I don't really think anything is worth selling. But let's get started. I think we're going to end the video here. Honestly, I'm a little bit scared that this is kind of a long video, but I hope you all enjoyed as much as I enjoyed making it, as much as I enjoyed prepping and planning for 2024. There are still some things that I want to do here and there. Preferably, I'll do off camera because why do you want to watch me sort through and organize my drive and backing it up? But I'm looking forward to these last few weeks of December. My sisters are finishing up their finals and coming back home next week, so it's nice to have a full house and just enjoy spending time with family and friends. I'm excited. I'm continuing to add to my vision board, looking at photos of inspiration. I hope you all did the same. Comment down below some goals and motivations you have for 2024. I'd love to hear what you guys are looking forward to. Also, what you have reflected on and some positives and wins that you had during 2023. And I just want to thank you all for being here. And thanks if you watched up until this moment. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate every single one of you. Peace out, Illy. Bye. Good night. Bisous. Kisses.